All right, we are back. All right, so paying attention to the NBA season as well as I can and as well as I do, um, I've noticed there's been a slight decline with the Los Angeles Lakers. So the question is, what's going on with LA? All right, so I've narrowed it down to what is actually wrong with the Lakers and what could possibly be wrong with the Lakers going forward. If LA isn't careful, they could find themselves in a wee bit of a situation. So I have these notes. Yeah, dudes, right here. All right. Gotta keep notes, gotta keep notes. All right, so the Lakers last year did this big trade. They traded for Luka Doncic, which made everybody pretty much already start printing out banners for the Lakers going forward. This was going to be the Lakers grand experiment. This was going to be the new path to dynasty after dynasty after dynasty after dynasty after dynasty. And yeah, well, last year they lost to the playoffs. That's last year. But when you look at this year, all right, there hasn't been that much of an upswing for this team. Last year, Luka joined the team, goes to third place. They look like a good team, and now, not so much. In fact, the Lakers are the 6th seed. They're 37-24. The Suns are 35-26. And I got news for you. Suns suck! But the Lakers currently right now, 10 games out of first. They won their last 3, but they're 5-5 in their last 10. So why are the Lakers not tearing it up the way we expect it to? Well, in some cases, some would maybe look towards LeBron. That's what the lazy reporting would suggest. That it's LeBron James. Of course it's LeBron James, who's averaging only 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, and a block. Some would say that is just not good enough. But he is 42 years old, and those numbers are better than most players on any team today. Especially when he has Luka Doncic as his lead point guard. We are told that Luka is a once-in-a-lifetime player, a game changer, if you will. Or is he just a product of a watered-down system? Luka does average 32 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. But he's supposed to be the game changer. Here's why he's not. Do you know Luka is not ranked in the top 50 in defense wins? Is a stat I looked up earlier. He is not ranked in the top 5. Paul George is actually ranked higher than him. And I'm pretty sure Paul George is missing time for an illegal substance. And he's also missed time due to injury. But yet he's ranked ahead of Luka Doncic. It's no secret. Luka sucks on defense. Luka Doncic has not been, he is way too above the law. And he has been above criticism by tons of media outlets. And it has a lot to do with because he's the next savior, and hopefully. But let's just be real. If Luka played defense the way he bitched and moaned about a foul, the Lakers will be a much better team. We've all seen LeBron James do more with less talent. But for some reason, when he has the quote unquote, if you're listening on the radio, I did the quotation marks, the quote unquote once in a lifetime generational player. If you're saying that this guy is that and he's him, well, guess what? He ain't. In my opinion, and it's my show, I'm allowed to do that. In my opinion, Luka Doncic is not even in the top 5 best players LeBron has played with in his career. I said it. I don't even know 1 through 5. You know what? I'll name 1 through 5. D Wade, Kyrie Irving, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, Ilgauskas. Yeah, that's LeBron's 5 best players he's ever played with. You know why? Because they didn't hinder him from winning. LeBron has been wanting a player of Luka's quote-unquote abilities for so long. He finally gets it. They're almost mirror images, except LeBron can play defense and run up the court without needing a water break and jump over a book. I get it. We got excited. Luka's the man. Look what he did with Dallas. That was a fluke season. It was proven. All right? It was proven. It was fluky. They got lucky. But Luka, I actually called a game in that series off of DJ Chase Radio, and I'm here to tell you, Luka's the reason why Dallas didn't win the championship. Luka is not, to consider a person a once-in-a-lifetime, game-changing player, they have to be complete. The reason why Jordan is so respected, he was complete. The reason why Kobe, he was complete. Tim Duncan, complete. LeBron, complete. Steph, complete. Kevin Durant actually does play defense. It just makes it look easy. He's complete. Allen Iverson, complete. Shaquille O'Neal, complete. You want me to name people of today? Fine. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, complete. Anthony Edwards, complete. Jason Tatum, complete. These are guys that play defense on both. Nikola Jokic, complete. He does actually play defense. He gets a block here and there. Luka, not complete. Luka is a product of the internet. Luka is a TikTok player. He looks good in highlights when you swipe up. Oh, that looked good. That looked good. But if you got the chance to watch the whole video, it's kind of boring. Every player can shoot a 3 in the NBA now. Let's just keep this real. Heck, everybody can score points in the NBA now. 32 points ain't even impressive to me no more. Luka, Shai, Anthony, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey all scored 30 points. Hell, Nikola Jokic could if he felt like it, but he passes the ball at a higher rate as he averages 10 assists a game, and the point guard on the team averages less than him, Luka. Kawhi Leonard barely plays, and he scores almost 30 points. Jalen Brunson, 26 points. So, like, him scoring is not enough. Let's talk about his rebounding. Oh, Brent, he gets so many rebounds. It's incredible. Well, before we get to rebounds, I saw a stat that stood out to me. Let's look at efficiency, field goal efficiency. He ain't even the best from the field. This thing just glitched on me because there's so many big men in the 70s. But, like, we talk about just from the field, he's 47%, which is pretty good. Shai is 55. Edwards is 49. Jaylen Brown, 48. Nikola Jokic, 57. Kevin Durant, 51. So where is he different? What makes him so spectacular? Oh, it's because he can pass the ball? Is that what it is? Well, Nikolai leads the league. Cade Cunningham, 9. And then it's Luka. He's not even first in that, bruh. Does he? What about triple doubles? How many triple doubles is he getting? Well, he's got 6. To Nikolai's 22. He's got 6. Hell, Russell Westbrook, who the Lakers cut, have 4. If Russell gets 1 tonight and 1 this next game, he'll be tied. What is this? Am I nitpicking? Absolutely, and I will continue to, because Luka Doncic, without a doubt, is the Lakers. The fact that, what's his name? The Dallas GM, I can't think of his name right now. The fact that the Dallas GM got fired and not praised for getting Cooper Kupp and possibly could get more, the fact he's not getting praised is crazy to me. It is. It really is. Lakers, I got news for you. If LeBron walk out that building tomorrow, you're going to whip him back. Because the Luka experiment, unless he changes a lot in his career, is just that, an experiment. Luka Doncic is just a healthy Zion Williamson at this point. He really is. And honestly, Zion plays better defense than Luka. But what I mean as far as them doing anything, I don't see it. I really don't. The once-in-a-lifetime player, he's not. There's been plenty of guys that can shoot, get a rebound, and play 0 defense. Brent, he gets rebounds. It don't take anything to get a rebound in today's NBA when half the team is getting up the other end of the court. Cut it out. Stop it. All right, what else we want to talk about? We're going to transition. And we're going to talk a little NHL, the NHL season soon. This is a month. NHL playoffs start a lot earlier than the NBA playoffs, and there's some cool some cool teams right now that are making some moves. Last season, and I gotta find my notes. Got like 9 legal pads. Here we go. So, was this last season? Yeah. So last season we got to see on the West. You got to see the Winnipeg Jets, the Blues, St. Louis Blues, Dallas Stars, the Colorado Avalanche, the Vegas Knights, the Minnesota Wild, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Edmonton Oilers. They made the playoffs. And then out in the East, you had the Maple Leafs, the Senators, the Lightning, the Panthers, the Capitals, the Canadiens, the Hurricanes, and the Devils. That's what's in. Well, this year is a lot different. When you look at the West right now, and in all of hockey in total, the Colorado are head and shoulders the best team. When the Dallas Stars right there at number 2. Then the Wild are back in it at number 3. The Knights, the Ducks are 5th. They're going to make it. The new Utah Mammoths, which their jerseys is ugly, but I like them because they're so plain. It reminds me when them and the Oklahoma City Thunder have the most generic uniforms. Like, remember when you would create teams? I don't create teams in sports anymore. I know some people do, but like you would create a team. That's what the jersey would look like. You didn't get a lot of play in it. The Oilers 7th, the Kraken 8th, and then San Jose Sharks are 9th, and it doesn't look like anybody's catching them as far as for that 8th seed. In the East, you got the Hurricanes, the Lightning, the Sabres, the Buffalo Sabres, the Detroit Red Wings, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Canucks, the Islanders, and the Bruins. But the Bruins are not holding that down tight enough, because the Blue Jackets are right there. They're 31-21. The Bruins are 34-31 with 73 points. The Blue Jackets with 70 points. The Capitals 31-25 with 69 points. The Senators 29-22, 67 points, and the Flyers 28-21 with 67 points. Unless they make a run, I don't really see that one happening. The question is more or less who's the team that you need that can walk away with the Lord Stanley's Cup at the end in the middle of June. Currently, Colorado is just better record-wise, goals-wise. When it comes to saves, they're at goals. When it comes to scoring, they're basically at 3 goals a game. The Oilers are right there. If you round up the Oilers at 4, both are around 4 goals a game. The Lightning are in that category in Dallas. That's actually 1 through 5. When you look at power plays, though, which my Uncle Sterling explained to me is almost as important in hockey than anything, to be able to control that. The Oilers are the top team at 32%. When you look at goals stopped, the Colorado Avalanche allow just 2 goals a game. Tampa Bay's at 3. Dallas, the good teams are around that 2-point mark. So you're looking at and then not to mention Colorado has the best player in Nathan McKinnon at 40 goals right now, but the Islanders have the best save percentage in the game at 115.915. When it comes to the West, Colorado, the Oilers, Dallas, they're going to end up canceling themselves out. One way or another, hockey's one of those things where home ice advantage doesn't change anything. When you have so many teams that are that good out West, it's like the road to the Stanley Cup is going to be hard for Colorado. In the East, on the other hand, I know the Islanders are the 7th, but I feel like the Islanders are one of those teams, if they get in, they can make a strong run based on how their defense is played. Islanders are a quick team. Now, unfortunately, the fastest team I witnessed them in person. Now, the Rangers suck, but the Carolina Hurricanes are one of the fastest teams I've seen in hockey, period. I've seen a couple games this year. Their ability to make changes when they make a shift change is incredible because they're on the ice, moving group, and they're in your near your goals more than you're on their side. So I'm gonna count down and keep an eye, but I really feel like this year in the NHL, do not be surprised if the Stanley Cup champion comes out the East, and don't be surprised if that Stanley Cup champion could be the New York Islanders. Now, my dark horse, who I would like to see, I think a Canadian team like the Oilers would be fantastic to win it. In all honesty, Canada could use the Stanley Cup. It's been a while, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, we're going to take a small break. When we come back, gotta get heavy again. We're going to discuss. I actually have the teaser. Where's my teaser? Men have to grow up when it comes to sports. That's right. I said it. Men have to grow up when it comes to sports. We'll be right back. Downright Sports, everybody. If you don't like your bed.